The world is full of mysteries. From the depths of the oceans to the vastness of space, there are countless phenomena that baffle and intrigue us. Some of these mysteries are rooted in science, while others are steeped in folklore and legend. Some we can explain with the help of science and technology. We have made incredible strides in understanding the natural world, uncovering the secrets of the universe, and solving age-old puzzles. But despite our advancements, there are still many things that remain beyond our comprehension. Shadow people and sleep paralysis fall into that second category. These are experiences that defy easy explanation, leaving those who encounter them feeling unsettled and often terrified. They are terrifying experiences that have haunted humanity for centuries. Throughout history, people have reported encounters with shadowy figures and the paralyzing fear that accompanies sleep paralysis. These stories have been passed down through generations, becoming part of our collective consciousness. Cultures around the world whisper about these dark entities. In some traditions, they are seen as malevolent spirits or demons, while in others, they are thought to be lost souls or supernatural beings. The interpretations may vary, but the fear they inspire is universal. They are a chilling reminder that some things defy logic and explanation. What are shadow people? Are they figments of our imagination, or do they have a basis in reality? They are shadowy figures, often seen lurking in the periphery of our vision. These figures are typically described as dark, human-like shapes that move quickly and disappear when looked at directly. They are dark, formless, and always unsettling. The mere presence of these figures can evoke a sense of dread and unease, making it difficult to dismiss them as mere hallucinations. Sleep paralysis, on the other hand, is a terrifying condition where you wake up, but you can't move or speak. This phenomenon occurs when the brain awakens from REM sleep, but the body remains in a state of paralysis. You are trapped in your own body. The experience can be incredibly frightening, as you are fully conscious, but unable to move or call for help. These two phenomena, while distinct, are often intertwined. Many people who experience sleep paralysis report seeing shadowy figures during their episodes. Many people report seeing shadow people during episodes of sleep paralysis. These figures often appear to be watching or looming over the person, adding to the sense of terror and helplessness. This connection makes these experiences even more terrifying and adds to the mystery surrounding them. The overlap between shadow people and sleep paralysis has led to various theories about their origins and nature. Some believe that shadow people are manifestations of our subconscious fears, while others think they may be interdimensional beings or spirits. Researchers and scientists continue to study these phenomena, hoping to uncover the truth behind them. While we may not have all the answers yet, the quest for understanding continues. In the meantime, those who experience these encounters must find ways to cope with the fear and uncertainty they bring, whether through meditation, therapy, or simply sharing their stories with others. Finding a sense of peace and understanding is crucial. Shadows in the dark may always be a part of our world, but by seeking knowledge and support, we can learn to navigate the unknown with courage and resilience. Shadow people are often described as dark, humanoid shapes. These figures have been reported across various cultures and time periods, always shrouded in mystery and fear. They appear in the periphery of our vision, often vanishing when we try to look directly at them. They lack any defining features. No eyes, no mouth, no nose. Just a blank canvas of darkness. This absence of detail makes them even more enigmatic and terrifying. No eyes. No mouth, just an empty void where a face should be. This void is not just a lack of features, but a profound emptiness that seems to absorb all light and hope. Just a void where their face should be. This void is often described as a black hole, drawing in all the light and leaving nothing but darkness in its wake. This lack of detail makes them even more unsettling. Our brains are wired to recognize faces, and the absence of one triggers a deep, primal fear. It's as if these figures are a glitch in our reality, something that shouldn't exist. Our minds crave information, and the absence of it can be deeply disturbing. The human brain is constantly seeking patterns and explanations, and when it encounters something that defies understanding, it can be profoundly unsettling. Some witnesses describe seeing shadow people moving quickly. They dart across rooms, appearing and disappearing in the blink of an eye. This sudden movement adds to their eerie nature, making them seem almost supernatural. Darting across rooms or vanishing into thin air. These sudden appearances and disappearances make them seem like they are not bound by the same physical laws that govern our world. Others say they just stand there, watching, menacingly. This stillness can be even more terrifying than their rapid movements. It's as if they are waiting for something or someone. Their motives are unknown, which only amplifies the fear they evoke. Are they here to harm us? To observe us? Or are they simply lost souls, trapped between worlds? The lack of a clear explanation for shadow people only adds to their mystique. Without a clear understanding of what they are or why they appear, our imaginations run wild, filling in the gaps with our deepest fears. Are they figments of our imagination? Ghosts? Demons? Or something else entirely? Theories abound, but none can fully explain the phenomenon. Some believe they are interdimensional beings, slipping through the cracks of our reality. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes them so terrifying. The unknown is always more frightening than the known, and shadow people embody this fear perfectly. They are the darkness in the corner of our eyes, the figures that haunt our dreams, and the mysteries that may never be solved. Imagine this. You wake up in the middle of the night. You feel a presence in the room. You try to move, but you can't. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. You are completely paralyzed. This is the terrifying reality of sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is a sleep disorder that occurs during the transition between wakefulness and sleep. Your mind is awake, but your body is still asleep. This disconnect can create a terrifying sensory experience. During sleep paralysis, you may experience hallucinations. You might hear strange noises, see things that aren't there, or even feel like someone is touching you. This is where shadow people often come into play. Stories of shadow people and sleep paralysis are found in cultures all over the world. These tales, often shrouded in mystery and fear, have been whispered through the ages, transcending borders and languages. They are not just mere stories, but are deeply embedded in the cultural fabric of societies, hinting at a shared human experience that is both terrifying and fascinating. In Japan, there's the Kanashi, a shadowy spirit that sits on people's chests while they sleep. This entity, often described as a dark, oppressive force, is believed to paralyze its victims, leaving them helpless and terrified. The Kanashi is not just a figment of imagination, but a significant part of Japanese folklore, reflecting the culture's deep-seated beliefs about the supernatural and the unknown. In Scandinavian folklore, it's the mare, a malevolent being that causes nightmares. The mare is often depicted as a sinister figure that creeps into people's rooms at night, bringing with it a sense of dread and unease. This creature, like the Kanashi, is a testament to the universal nature of these experiences, showing how different cultures interpret and deal with the unknown in their unique ways. These stories, passed down through generations, reveal a common thread of fear and fascination with these phenomena. They are more than just bedtime tales. They are a way for cultures to make sense of the inexplicable, to find meaning in the shadows that lurk in the corners of our minds. The act of sharing these stories, of passing them down from one generation to the next, keeps the fear alive, but also provides a sense of continuity and connection to the past. They suggest that these experiences are not new and are not limited to any one culture or time period. From ancient civilizations to modern societies, the presence of shadowy figures and the phenomenon of sleep paralysis have been a constant. This continuity hints at a deeper, perhaps even primal, aspect of the human psyche that is drawn to the mysterious and the unknown. The universality of these stories suggests that there may be something more to shadow people and sleep paralysis than just imagination or sleep disorders. Could it be that these experiences are a window into a hidden aspect of our reality, a glimpse into a world that exists just beyond the veil of our understanding? Or perhaps they are a manifestation of our collective fears, a way for our minds to process and deal with the anxieties that plague us. Could these be glimpses into another realm? A world that exists parallel to our own, where shadowy figures and malevolent beings reside. The idea of alternate realities and dimensions has long fascinated humanity, and these experiences could be seen as evidence of their existence. The shadow people, with their eerie presence and unsettling nature, might be inhabitants of this otherworldly realm, crossing over into our reality in moments of vulnerability. Or are they simply manifestations of our deepest fears? The human mind is a complex and mysterious entity, capable of conjuring up vivid and terrifying images in moments of distress. Sleep paralysis, with its blend of wakefulness and dream, creates the perfect conditions for these fears to come to life. The shadow people, then, could be seen as a reflection of our innermost anxieties, brought to the surface in the stillness of the night. Please share your experiences below in the comments section, and thank you for making it this far. I appreciate that. Please subscribe. Deep in the heart of Africa, where the land stretches endlessly and the sky meets the horizon in a seamless embrace, stories dance around flickering fires, weaving a tapestry of words and emotions. These are not just stories. They are the Zulu people's history, their beliefs, their connection to the land and the cosmos. Each tale is a thread in the rich fabric of their culture, a testament to their resilience and wisdom. Passed down through generations, these tales whisper of ancient times, of ancestors who walked the same paths and gazed at the same stars. Times when the world was new, when the earth was still young and full of untamed beauty. Times of heroes and monsters, of magic and mystery. These stories are filled with lessons and morals, guiding the Zulu people through the complexities of life. And one story, passed down from time immemorial, tells of how the moon came to be. It is a tale of wonder and awe, capturing the imagination of all who hear it. This is not just a children's fable. It is a story that resonates with the young and old alike, a story that holds a mirror to the human experience. This is a story woven into the fabric of Zulu life, a story that binds the community together, reminding them of their shared heritage and values. It speaks of cunning and courage, of the virtues that define a true warrior and a wise leader. It speaks of the eternal battle between light and darkness, a theme that echoes through the ages and across cultures. And it all begins with a sky empty of everything except stars, a canvas waiting to be filled with the stories of the ancients. Imagine a world without the moon, a world cloaked in perpetual darkness once the sun dipped below the horizon. This was Earth long ago, in its primordial state. The stars twinkled brightly, yes, But their distant light provided little comfort to the creatures of the earth. The nights were long. The nights were terrifying. Predators roamed freely, their eyes, gleaming in the starlight, instilled terror in the hearts of their prey. Without the moon's gentle glow, fear reigned supreme. The world held its breath, waiting for the sun's return. In this world cloaked in darkness, lived a tribe unlike any other. They were not human. They were not animal. They were something in between. The Zulu called them the Chitauri. We know them as the lizard people, covered in scales, with eyes that glinted in the dark. They were creatures of the night, lithe and agile. They moved through the darkness with ease. They were hunters, yes, but they were also thinkers. They observed the stars. They understood the rhythms of nature. They yearned for something more. They yearned for light, high above the earth, far beyond the reach of even the tallest mountains, lived a creature of immense power. The sky serpent, colossal and ancient, its scales shimmered like 1,000 sunsets. It was a creature of immense beauty and terrible power. In its nest, high above the world, the sky serpent guarded a treasure, a celestial egg. It pulsed with a light unlike anything seen on Earth. An ethereal glow emanated from within, casting shimmering patterns across the clouds. Legend held within this egg lay the secret to everlasting light. The heist shadows and silence. Under the cloak of the darkest night, Mamlambo and Ngoni began their ascent. They scaled sheer cliffs, their scaled bodies clinging to the rock. They navigated treacherous ravines, their movements swift and silent. Their plan was a masterpiece of cunning and daring. Mamlambo would distract the sky serpent, his scales shimmering like shards of obsidian to blend with the shadows. Ngoni, small and agile, would use this distraction to reach the nest. Their success, however, was far from guaranteed. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and the sky serpent would surely destroy them. A world transformed, the dawn of the moon. In the heart of Africa, where legends are born and myths come alive, a tale of bravery and transformation unfolds. Tension crackled in the air as Mamlambo, the fierce guardian of the ancient realms, with a thunderous roar, launched himself at the sky serpent, a creature of immense power and terror. The beast, startled by the sudden attack, turned its fiery breath towards the brave, distracting lizard, its eyes burning with rage and confusion. Seizing his chance, Ngoni, quick as a whisper and nimble as the wind, scrambled towards the nest, his heart pounding with the weight of destiny. He snatched the celestial egg, a treasure of unimaginable power and significance. Its warmth pulsed in his claws, a beacon of hope and change, radiating with an ethereal glow. With a triumphant cry that echoed through the valleys, Ngoni hurled the egg into the sky. It shattered into a million fragments of light. The world held its breath, every creature, every being, waiting in awe and anticipation. Then, slowly, majestically, the celestial light began to spread, illuminating the land with a soft, golden glow. This was no longer a world of perpetual darkness. The shadows receded, giving way to a new era of light and life. This was the dawn of the moon, a symbol of hope, renewal, and the enduring spirit of the African people. The wrath of the sky serpent, a dance of fury. The sky serpent, enraged by the theft of its treasure, let loose a roar that shook the heavens. It lashed out at Mamlambo, who barely dodged the fiery breath. A desperate battle ensued, a dance of fury against the backdrop of the newly formed moon. Mamlambo, though badly wounded, fought with the courage of a lion. He knew his sacrifice was necessary. He had to buy Ngoni time. Time to ensure the moon's light would forever grace the night sky. The legacy of the moon tides, time, and tales. The moon, bathed in the celestial egg's glow, brought light to the world. The darkness retreated. Predators no longer held dominion over the night. The world breathed a collective sigh of relief. But the moon's creation did more than banish the darkness. It brought with it the tides, the ebb and flow of the oceans mirroring the rhythm of life itself. It gave birth to the concept of time, its cycles marking the passing of months and seasons. Echoes in the stars, the enduring power of myth. The tale of the moon's creation is more than just a legend. It is a profound narrative that has been woven into the very fabric of the Zulu culture. It's a testament to the Zulu people's understanding of the world around them. Their myths are not mere stories, but reflections of their deep connection with nature and the cosmos. It's a story about facing your fears, about fighting for a better tomorrow. These tales serve as moral compasses, guiding the community through the trials and tribulations of life. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, hope can bloom. The moon, a symbol of light in the darkness, embodies the resilience and enduring spirit of the Zulu people. The story of Mamlambo and Ngoni, passed down through generations, continues to inspire. These characters, though mythical, represent the virtues of bravery and wisdom. It reminds us that even the seemingly impossible can be achieved with courage, cunning, and a little bit of celestial magic. The moon's creation story is a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of belief. So, the next time you look up at the moon, remember this tale. Remember the sacrifice. Remember the courage. Let it be a source of inspiration and a reminder of the strength found in unity and tradition. Remember the enduring power of myth. These stories are not just echoes of the past but living, breathing parts of our cultural heritage, shaping our present and guiding our future. Thank you for watching. An eye that never blinks. The all-seeing eye. It's an image that captivates and unsettles, drawing the curious and the skeptical alike. You've likely seen it, an eye, often enclosed in a triangle, radiating light, a beacon of mystery and intrigue. It adorns ancient monuments and modern currency alike, bridging the gap between the past and the present. Its meaning remains a source of fascination and debate, a puzzle that has intrigued scholars and laypeople for centuries. Some whisper of secret societies and hidden knowledge, suggesting a world of clandestine power and influence. Others see it as a symbol of divine power and protection, a guardian watching over humanity. Whatever your interpretation, the all-seeing eye holds a powerful allure, a magnet for the imagination. It's a symbol that transcends time and culture, reminding us that some mysteries endure. Its presence is undeniable, a constant in a changing world. From the dollar bill to ancient Egyptian tombs, the all-seeing eye seems to watch us, a silent observer of human history. It beckons us to uncover its secrets, to delve into the depths of its origins and meanings. This journey takes us back to the sands of ancient Egypt, where the eye first opened to the world. It is here, among the pyramids and hieroglyphs, that the story of the all-seeing eye begins, a tale woven into the very fabric of history. In the heart of ancient Egypt, the Eye of Horus was more than just a symbol. It was a powerful embodiment of protection, health, and royal power. Horus, the falcon-headed god, played a central role in Egyptian mythology. The Eye of Horus was not merely an abstract concept. It represented the physical eye that Horus lost and regained during his battles with Seth. This struggle between order and chaos resonated deeply with the Egyptians. The Eye of Horus wasn't just a symbol of divine power. It also held practical significance. It was used in Egyptian mathematics, representing fractions. This demonstrates the multifaceted nature of ancient Egyptian beliefs, where the divine and the practical were often intertwined. The Eye of Horus was woven into the fabric of everyday life in ancient Egypt. Amulets shaped like the eye were worn for protection. They were believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good health. These amulets weren't just trinkets. They were imbued with magical power through rituals and prayers. The Egyptians believed in the power of these objects to connect them to the divine realm. The Eye of Horus was a prominent feature in funerary rites. Egyptians believed it helped guide the deceased through the underworld and ensure their rebirth. This highlights the importance of the eye in the afterlife, a central concept in Egyptian religion. The Eye of Ra, another powerful symbol, represented the sun god's feminine counterpart. It was associated with both fierce protection and nurturing healing. The ancient Egyptians viewed the sun as a source of life and power. The Eye of Ra was often depicted as a lioness or a cobra, both fierce protectors. This duality, a force to be reckoned with and a source of comfort, is central to understanding the eye's significance. The Eye of Ra wasn't just a symbol in the sky. It was believed to influence earthly events. Droughts or floods were sometimes attributed to the eye's displeasure. This illustrates the profound connection Egyptians felt between the divine and the natural world. The all-seeing eye, a convergence of power, while distinct. The Eye of Horus and the Eye of Ra share common threads that weave through the fabric of ancient Egyptian culture. They represent power, protection, and the ability to see all, serving as guardians against evil and misfortune. This convergence of symbolism contributed to the concept of an all-seeing eye, a powerful emblem of divine oversight. The ancient Egyptians believed in a cosmos filled with unseen forces, energies that influenced their daily lives and destinies. The all-seeing eye represented the ability to perceive these hidden realities, a bridge between the mortal and the divine. It served as a reminder that even in darkness, nothing escapes divine observation, a testament to the omnipresence of higher powers. Over time, the all-seeing eye transcended its specific origins, evolving into a symbol embraced by various cultures and traditions. It became a universal symbol, reflecting a broader human fascination with the divine and the unknown, a quest for understanding the mysteries of existence. The eye beyond Egypt echoes in other cultures. The concept of a watchful eye is not unique to ancient Egypt. It appears in various forms across cultures and throughout history. This suggests a shared human experience. Eye in Hinduism, the third eye of Shiva, represents enlightenment and spiritual awakening. In Buddhism, the Buddha is often depicted with a third eye, signifying wisdom and compassion. These parallels highlight the universal resonance of this symbol. The all-seeing eye is featured in various religious traditions. How a seemingly simple symbol can hold profound meaning across different belief systems. The Eye of Providence in Christianity represents God's watchful presence. These connections demonstrate how a seemingly simple symbol can hold profound meaning across different belief systems. Modern mysticism, the all-seeing eye's enduring appeal. The all-seeing eye continues to captivate the imagination. It appears in art, literature, and popular culture, often associated with mystery and intrigue. This enduring appeal speaks to the symbol's enduring power. Modern mystical and esoteric groups incorporate the all-seeing eye into their symbolism. It represents enlightenment, spiritual awakening, and the pursuit of hidden knowledge. This reflects a desire to connect with something larger than ourselves. The all-seeing eye's presence in modern culture is undeniable. From tattoos to jewelry, it adorns bodies and personal spaces. This speaks to a desire to carry a symbol of protection or to express a connection to ancient wisdom. Conspiracy and controversy, the eye in modern symbolism. The all-seeing eye is not without its share of controversy. Its presence on the US dollar bill, for example, has fueled conspiracy theories about secret societies and their influence on global affairs. Some interpret the eye as a symbol of oppression and control. They see it as representing an unseen elite manipulating world events. These interpretations highlight the anxieties surrounding power and surveillance in the modern world. It's important to approach such interpretations with a critical and discerning eye. The all-seeing eye's meaning is fluid and open to interpretation. It can represent both positive and negative connotations depending on the context. The all-seeing eye, a lens into the human psyche. Perhaps the all-seeing eye's enduring power lies in its ability to reflect our own anxieties and aspirations. It serves as a mirror to our collective psyche. The eye can represent the ever-present gaze of technology, the watchful eyes of authority, or even the scrutiny of our own consciences. It reminds us that we are constantly being observed, whether by external forces or by our own internal critic. On the other hand, the all-seeing eye can also represent hope, enlightenment, and the pursuit of truth. It can serve as a reminder that even in darkness, there is always a greater force watching over us. Conclusion: the unblinking gaze of history. The all-seeing eye, from its ancient Egyptian origins to its modern interpretations, continues to captivate and intrigue. This symbol, often associated with the Eye of Horus, has traveled through time, carrying with it a multitude of meanings and interpretations. It is a symbol that transcends time, culture, and even language. From the sands of ancient Egypt to the bustling streets of modern cities, the all-seeing eye finds its place in various forms and contexts. Its meaning is fluid, open to interpretation, and always evolving. Scholars, historians, and enthusiasts alike continue to explore its depths, uncovering new layers of significance with each passing generation. Whether it represents divine protection, spiritual awakening, or the watchful gaze of power, the all-seeing eye remains a potent symbol in the human experience. It serves as a reminder of the ancient wisdom that still resonates with us today. It reminds us that some mysteries endure, their secrets waiting to be unlocked. The allure of the unknown continues to draw us in, inviting us to seek answers and understand the past. As we gaze upon this ancient symbol, we are reminded of the enduring power of belief, the interconnectedness of human experience, and the mysteries that still lie hidden in plain sight. The Eye of Horus serves as a bridge between the ancient and the modern, connecting us to a shared heritage. The all-seeing eye, in its silent observation, invites us to contemplate our place in the grand tapestry of existence. It challenges us to reflect on our own journey, our own search for meaning, and our own connection to the vast history of humanity. The timeless allure of the afterlife. Beyond the veil, the timeless allure of the afterlife. Death, the ultimate mystery. It is the one certainty in life, yet it remains shrouded in enigma. From the dawn of human consciousness, we have been captivated by what lies beyond our mortal existence. It hangs over us all, a shadow that we cannot escape. The inevitability of death is a constant companion, a reminder of our own mortality. We long to understand it, to make sense of the unknown. The afterlife, in its many forms, offers a glimpse into what might await us. It is a source of both fear and comfort, a paradox that has fueled our imaginations for millennia. What happens after we take our last breath? This question has haunted humanity since the beginning of time. Is there a heaven or hell? Do we reincarnate, or do we simply cease to exist? These are the questions that keep us awake at night, pondering the fate of our souls. Do our loved ones watch over us? The idea that those who have passed on continue to exist, in some form, is a comforting thought for many. It suggests that death is not the end, but rather a transition to another state of being. Can we speak to them? Throughout history, people have sought ways to communicate with the dead. From ancient rituals to modern technology, the desire to connect with the afterlife has led to a myriad of practices and beliefs. These questions echo through history, resonating through the ages. Every culture has its own beliefs and traditions surrounding death and the afterlife, each offering a unique perspective on what lies beyond. Cultures around the world have sought answers, each in their own way. From the elaborate burial practices of the ancient Egyptians to the spiritual rituals of indigenous tribes, the quest to understand the afterlife is a universal human experience. They whisper of spirits and the afterlife, tales passed down through generations. These stories, whether rooted in religion, folklore, or personal experience, shape our understanding of what happens after death. They search for ways to bridge the gap between worlds, to connect with those who have passed on. Seances, mediums, and spiritualists all attempt to communicate with the dead, seeking answers and closure. The desire to connect with the dead is ancient, a primal urge that transcends time and culture. It speaks to our need for connection, for understanding, and for reassurance that we are not alone. It's a primal urge to hold on, to understand, to find peace. The afterlife offers the promise of reunion with loved ones, of answers to life's greatest mysteries, and of a continuation of the self beyond the physical realm. Some seek answers in ancient rituals, turning to the wisdom of the past. Shamans, witch doctors, and spiritual leaders have long been the intermediaries between the living and the dead, guiding souls on their journey to the afterlife. Others turn to modern tools, using technology to explore the unknown. Electronic voice phenomena, spirit boxes, and other devices are employed in the search for evidence of the afterlife, blending science with spirituality. The desire to communicate with the dead is powerful, driving us to explore the boundaries of our understanding. It is a testament to our enduring curiosity and our need for connection. It drives us to explore the unknown, to venture into the realms of the unseen. Whether through ghost hunting, spiritual exploration, or personal reflection, the quest to understand the afterlife is a journey into the heart of our fears and desires. We crave connection, even beyond the grave. The idea that we can reach out to those who have passed on, that we can bridge the gap between life and death, is a powerful motivator. This yearning has led to countless methods of communication, each offering a different approach to connecting with the afterlife. From ancient rituals to modern technology, the quest to speak to the dead is a testament to our enduring curiosity on our need for connection. Each attempts to pierce the veil, to see beyond the physical world. The afterlife remains one of the greatest mysteries of human existence, a puzzle that we are driven to solve. Each hopes to unlock the secrets of the afterlife, to find answers to the questions that have haunted humanity for millennia. The search for understanding is a journey that transcends time and culture, a quest that speaks to the very essence of what it means to be human. The quest to speak to the dead is a journey into the heart of our fears and desires. It is a reflection of our deepest longings, our need for connection, and our search for meaning in the face of the unknown. It's a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of death, we continue to seek, to question, and to hope. The allure of the afterlife is timeless, a reflection of our eternal quest for understanding and connection. The Ouija board, a simple board, mysterious letters, a planchette that moves. Is it a harmless game or something more? For many, the Ouija board is a source of fascination and fear. Its origins are shrouded in mystery. Some claim it dates back to ancient times. Others say it's a more recent invention. Regardless of its history, the Ouija board holds a powerful sway over the imagination. The board itself is simple. Letters of the alphabet. Numbers 0 to 9. The words yes and no, and goodbye. The planchette is the key. Users place their fingers on it. They ask questions. The planchette moves. It spells out answers. Is it spirits communicating, or the power of suggestion? The debate rages on, but one thing is certain. The Ouija board continues to captivate and unnerve in equal measure. It's a portal to the unknown, a gateway to a realm beyond our understanding. The Ouija board is more than just a game. It's a tool for communication, but using it requires respect. Carelessness can have consequences. Many approach the board with rituals. They light candles. They dim the lights. They create a somber atmosphere. This sets the mood. It shows respect to the spirits. It invites them to communicate. Questions must be asked with purpose, clear and concise. Open-ended questions are best. They allow for detailed answers. Patience is key. Spirits communicate in their own time. Sometimes the planchette moves slowly. Other times it flies across the board. The experience can be unnerving, but it's important to stay calm. Panic can disrupt the connection. Ending the session properly is crucial. Always say goodbye. This closes the portal. It shows respect to the spirits. It ensures a safe and respectful experience. Ancient echoes, bones as conduits to the dead. Throughout history, bones have held a significant place in the rituals and beliefs of many cultures. They are more than just remnants of the deceased. They are seen as powerful conduits to the spiritual world. The Ouija board is a modern invention, but the desire to talk to the dead is ancient. Long before the Ouija board, people sought ways to communicate with those who had passed on, using various tools and methods to bridge the gap between the living and the dead. Cultures around the world have their own methods, and many involve bones. From the shamanic traditions of indigenous tribes to the ancient practices of the Egyptians, bones have been used in rituals to connect with the spiritual realm. Bones are seen as a link between the physical and spiritual realms. They are believed to hold the essence of the person or animal they once were, acting as a bridge to the afterlife. They hold the essence of a person and can be used to communicate with their spirit. The markings and shapes on the bones are often interpreted as messages from the beyond, providing guidance and insight. One method is bone throwing. This ancient practice involves casting bones onto a surface and interpreting the patterns they form. Shaman and oracles use this. They prepare the bones with rituals and prayers, asking for guidance and wisdom from the spirits. They cast bones onto a surface, and the patterns reveal messages. Each position and orientation of the bones is significant, offering clues and insights into the questions asked. They offer glimpses into the past, present, and future. The bones are believed to hold the power to reveal hidden truths and predict future events, making them invaluable tools for those who know how to read them. Another method is bone reading. This involves a detailed examination of the bones themselves, looking at their shape, size, and markings. This involves examining the bones, their shape, size, and markings. Each bone is unique, and its characteristics can provide specific information about the deceased. These details provide insights and reveal information about the deceased, their life, death, and even their afterlife. Bones are powerful tools. They can tell stories of the past and offer guidance for the future. They offer a tangible connection to the dead. Holding a bone can feel like holding a piece of history, a direct link to someone who once lived and breathed. They allow us to tap into ancient wisdom and remind us that death is not the end. It's simply a transition. Through bones, we can connect with the wisdom of our ancestors and gain a deeper understanding of the cycle of life and death. Bridging the divide, Ouija, bones, and the language of spirits. In this chapter, we delve into the mystical and often misunderstood practices of using Ouija boards and bones to communicate with the spirit world. These ancient methods have fascinated and intrigued humanity for centuries, offering a bridge to the unknown. Ouija boards and bones, two different methods. One goal, to connect with the dead. While they may seem worlds apart, both practices share a common purpose: to reach out to those who have passed on and to seek their wisdom and guidance. The Ouija board relies on a physical tool, while bones tap into ancient energy. The Ouija board, with its letters and planchette, serves as a direct line of communication, allowing spirits to spell out messages. On the other hand, bones, often used in divination practices, harness the energy and essence of the past, providing insights through their positions and patterns. Both methods require respect and intention, and both offer a glimpse into the hidden world of spirits. The key to successful communication lies in the practitioner's mindset and approach. Respect for the tools and the spirits being contacted is paramount. The Ouija board provides a direct line of communication. When used correctly, it can be a powerful tool for receiving clear and concise messages from the other side. Spirits can spell out messages, answer questions, and offer guidance. The planchette moves across the board, guided by unseen hands, to reveal the words and phrases that the spirits wish to convey. Bones offer a more subtle form of communication. Unlike the Ouija board, which provides direct answers, bones require a deeper level of interpretation and intuition. Their messages are open to interpretation, requiring intuition and understanding. The practitioner must be attuned to the subtle energies and symbols presented by the bones, often drawing on their own experiences and knowledge to decipher the messages. Both methods have their strengths and limitations. The Ouija board's structured approach can provide clarity, but it may also be influenced by the user's subconscious. Bones, with their nuanced messages, offer a broader scope of interpretation, but require a skilled practitioner to unlock their secrets. The Ouija board is more structured, while bones offer more nuance. Each method has its unique way of bridging the gap between the living and the dead, and each has its own set of rules and practices. Ultimately, the best method depends on the individual, their beliefs, experiences, and comfort level. Some may find the directness of the Ouija board reassuring, while others may prefer the interpretive nature of bone divination. What matters most is the intention, the desire to connect with the dead, to seek guidance, understanding, or closure. The sincerity and respect with which one approaches these practices can greatly influence the outcome. Whether through a Ouija board or ancient bones, the goal is the same: to bridge the divide between the living and the dead, and to tap into the wisdom and knowledge of those who have passed on. These tools serve as conduits, allowing us to reach beyond the veil and connect with the timeless wisdom of the spirit world. In the end, it is the connection and the messages received that hold the true power and significance, the unquenchable thirst. Why we seek the other side? Why do we seek the dead? What drives this primal urge? Perhaps it's the fear of the unknown. We crave answers. We want to know what lies beyond. Maybe it's the pain of loss. We long to connect with loved ones, to hear their voices again. Or maybe it's something deeper, a desire to understand our place in the universe, to find meaning in life and death. Whatever the reason, the desire to communicate with the dead is a powerful force. It's a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. We are connected to something larger than ourselves. Death is not the end. It's simply a transition. And perhaps, just perhaps, we can find solace and understanding by reaching out to those who have gone before us. Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when you hear the word vampire? That sudden, inexplicable shiver that makes you glance over your shoulder, wondering if something is lurking in the shadows? It's a name whispered in darkness, a creature of shadow and blood, a being that thrives in the night, feeding on the lifeblood of the living, leaving behind a trail of fear and mystery. For centuries, stories of these immortal beings have haunted our nights and filled our dreams with fear. From the ancient manuscripts of Eastern Europe to the folklore of countless cultures, vampires have been a part of our collective consciousness. But where did these stories come from? What is the origin of the vampire myth? Is it rooted in historical events, or is it purely a creation of our darkest imaginations? Are vampires real, or are they just figments of our imagination? Could there be a grain of truth in the legends that have been passed down through generations? The truth, as with most legends, is shrouded in mystery. The line between reality and myth is often blurred, leaving us to wonder what is real and what is fantasy. Join me as we journey into the heart of vampire lore, exploring their dark origins and the myths that have kept us enthralled for generations. We will delve into the stories that have shaped our understanding of these enigmatic creatures. Prepare yourself, for the world of vampires is a place of both terror and allure. It is a realm where the line between the living and the dead is thin, and where the night holds secrets that are both fascinating and frightening. We will uncover the secrets that lie hidden within the coffin and discover why vampires continue to fascinate us even today. From their ancient origins to their modern-day representations, the allure of the vampire remains as strong as ever. So, are you ready to step into the shadows and uncover the truth behind the whispers in the dark? The belief in vampires is older than written history. Ancient cultures around the world feared creatures that preyed on the living, draining them of their life force. These beings often rose from the grave, hungry for the blood of their victims. In ancient Mesopotamia, stories circulated of the Akaru, demonic spirits that haunted cemeteries, feeding on the blood of the living. The Egyptians feared the night walkers, restless spirits that returned from the dead to torment the living. These early tales reflect a deep-seated human fear of death and the unknown. The concept of the undead, of something coming back from the grave, has always been a source of both terror and fascination. As stories spread and cultures interacted, the vampire myth evolved, taking on new characteristics and forms with each retelling. These tales were passed down through generations, often changing to reflect the fears and beliefs of the time. Each region developed its own unique interpretation of these bloodthirsty creatures. From the elegant and aristocratic vampires of Western Europe to the monstrous and grotesque beings of other regions, the vampire mythos is as diverse as the cultures that created them. In Eastern Europe, tales of the Strigoi, vengeful spirits that rose from the grave to prey on their families, sent shivers down the spines of villagers. These creatures were often blamed for unexplained deaths and misfortunes, leading to various rituals to protect the living from their wrath. Asian folklore tells of the Jiangshi, hopping vampires dressed in burial robes, their arms outstretched as they hopped from village to village, searching for victims. These creatures were believed to be reanimated corpses, brought back to life through dark magic or improper burial practices. In South America, the Luguru, a shape-shifting witch, could transform into a bat-like creature and drain the blood of unsuspecting victims. This legend often served as a cautionary tale, warning people to be wary of those who might harbor dark secrets and malevolent powers. From the icy plains of Russia to the humid jungles of South America, vampire myths took root and flourished, each culture adding its own unique flavor to the legend. These stories not only entertained but also reflected the values, fears, and beliefs of the societies that told them, creating a rich tapestry of vampire lore that continues to captivate us today. Despite their diverse origins, vampires across cultures share some common characteristics. The most prominent, of course, is their insatiable thirst for blood. This thirst drives them to prey on the living, draining their victims of their life force. Vampires are often depicted as being pale and gaunt, with sharp fangs and glowing eyes. They possess superhuman strength and speed, making them formidable opponents. They are also often associated with darkness, casting no reflection and shunning sunlight. However, these creatures of darkness are not invincible. They have weaknesses that can be exploited. Garlic, holy symbols, and sunlight are said to repel them. A stake through the heart is often the only way to ensure their destruction. From folklore to fiction, the birth of the modern vampire. The 18th century saw a surge of interest in vampires in Europe. This period was marked by widespread fear and fascination with the supernatural, particularly the undead. Reports of vampire attacks and exhumations of suspected vampires became increasingly common. Villagers would often dig up graves to stake the corpses they believed were rising from the dead, to feed on the living. This fascination found its way into literature, paving the way for the modern vampire. Writers began to explore these eerie tales, transforming oral folklore into written stories that captivated readers. John Polidori's The Vampire, from 1819, is often credited as the first modern vampire story. This novella set the stage for future vampire literature by introducing new elements to the vampire mythos. It introduced Lord Ruthven, a Byronic hero who embodied the aristocratic and seductive nature of the modern vampire. Ruthven was not just a bloodthirsty monster. He was a complex character with charm and allure. This literary shift from monstrous fiend to captivating anti-hero marked a turning point in vampire lore. Vampires began to be portrayed as tragic figures, cursed with immortality and a thirst for blood. The vampire began to evolve from a creature of pure terror into a more complex and nuanced figure. This evolution allowed for deeper storytelling, exploring themes of immortality, morality, and the human condition. Bram Stoker's legacy, Dracula and the Victorian Era. In 1897, Bram Stoker unleashed his masterpiece, Dracula, upon the world, This Gothic horror novel cemented the vampire's place in popular culture and defined the modern vampire archetype. Count Dracula, with his hypnotic gaze, aristocratic charm, and insatiable thirst for blood, became the quintessential vampire. Stoker's novel explored themes of sexuality, immortality, and the clash between modernity and the ancient. Dracula was an instant success, captivating readers with its chilling atmosphere and suspenseful plot. It spawned countless adaptations, inspiring films, television shows, and books for over a century. The 20th century saw vampires take over the silver screen. From the silent era to the golden age of Hollywood, vampire films captivated audiences with their blend of horror, romance, and the supernatural. Classic films like Nosferatu in 1922, Dracula in 1931, An Interview with the Vampire in 1994 brought these creatures of the night to life, showcasing their seductive power and chilling presence. As filmmaking techniques advanced, so too did the portrayal of vampires. Special effects, makeup, and CGI allowed filmmakers to create increasingly realistic and terrifying depictions of these creatures. In recent years, vampire fiction has taken a decidedly romantic turn. Young adult novels and television shows like The Vampire Diaries and Twilight have reimagined vampires as brooding, Byronic heroes, torn between their thirst for blood and their love for mortals. These stories explore themes of forbidden love. They have introduced vampires to a new generation of readers and viewers, further cementing their place in popular culture, redemption, and the challenges of immortality. From ancient folklore to modern fiction, vampires have captivated our imaginations for centuries. What is it about these creatures of the night that continues to fascinate and frighten us? Perhaps it's their immortality, their ability to live outside the constraints of time and death. Maybe it's their seductive power, their ability to lure us into the darkness with their charm and allure. Or perhaps it's the reflection they offer of our own deepest fears and desires, the fear of mortality, the allure of power, the struggle between our light and shadow selves. The line between myth and reality can be blurry. While there is no scientific evidence to support the existence of vampires as we know them from legend, the enduring belief in these creatures suggests that there may be more to the story. Perhaps, at the heart of the vampire myth lies a kernel of truth, a fear of the unknown, a fascination with the dark side of human nature, a recognition of the power that blood holds over life and death. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: the vampire myth continues to enthrall us, reminding us that even in the brightest of lights, darkness always lurks nearby, waiting to sink its teeth into our imaginations. Hey there, demons, cryptic broadcast here, to delve into the unsettling abyss of, well, hell, or at least the alleged doorways to it. Across the globe, whispers and legends swirl around certain locations, places where the veil between our world and whatever lies beyond is thin. Places where the air hangs heavy with dread, where shadows seem to dance just a little bit differently. We're talking, of course, about the 7 gates of hell. Now, whether you believe in fire and brimstone or think it's all a load of baloney, there's no denying these places have an eerie energy about them. Join us as we unpack the history and legends of these 7 locations, and I guess, figure out if any of them are an express lane to the underworld. So, grab your holy water and maybe a nightlight or two, because things are about to get spooky. First stop on our tour of the damned, we find ourselves in the unforgiving desert of Turkmenistan. I'm talking about the Darvaza gas crater, better known as the Door to Hell. This gaping maw in the earth has been burning non-stop for over 50 years. Back in the 70s, some bright spark decided to light the natural gas crater on fire, figuring it would burn off in a few days. Temperatures in this inferno can reach over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Even from a distance, the door to hell is an intimidating sight. A colossal pit of fire, spitting flames into the night sky. It just makes you wonder, what is going on down there? Next up, we're heading to Hierapolis, Turkey, home to the ruins of an ancient temple dedicated to Pluto, the Roman god of, you guessed it, the underworld. See, the ancient Romans were really into this whole gates of hell business. This isn't just some crumbling pile of rocks though. The Plutonian, as it was called, was said to be a direct portal to Hades, the realm of the dead. And get this, it wasn't just a myth to them. They believed it so strongly that they would sacrifice animals to appease the gods below. And before you think, oh, they were just superstitious ancients, check this out. Historians recorded that priests would lead bulls into the temple's depths, and the poor creatures would drop dead almost instantly. They attributed it to poisonous vapors, but hey, maybe it was the underworld's air quality standards. Even today, the area around the Plutonian is said to be shrouded in an unsettling silence. Birds avoid flying overhead, and locals whisper tales of strange occurrences. Coincidence? Probably, but still creepy. So, was this a place where the veil between worlds was truly thin? A place where the dead could walk among the living? Or just a really, really smelly temple? I'll let you be the judge. Now we're venturing stateside to Stull, Kansas. Population? Not many, and probably for good reason. This sleepy town is home to Stull Cemetery, a place so allegedly haunted, so steeped in dark lore, that even the Catholic Church supposedly considers it unholy ground. Legend has it that Stull Cemetery sits atop one of the 7 gateways to hell, and that the devil himself likes to pay a visit on Halloween, using the cemetery as his own personal dance floor. And of course, no self-respecting gateway to hell would be complete without a spooky staircase leading down into the abyss. Now, the church tore down the old church that housed these supposed stairs to hell, but that hasn't stopped people from whispering about them. They say that on a dark and stormy night, if you listen closely, you can still hear the faint echo of footsteps descending down, down, down into the darkness. Is it true? Who knows? But I can tell you this, I've been to a lot of spooky places in my time, and there's just something about Stull Cemetery that makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. It's like the air itself is heavy with dread. Hauska Castle, guarding the gates of hell. From the American heartland, we're jetting off to the Czech Republic, where nestled amongst the rolling hills sits Hauska Castle. Now, this isn't your typical fairy tale castle. It wasn't built to defend against invading armies or impress visiting dignitaries. Nope, Hauska Castle was built for one purpose and one purpose only, to seal a gateway to hell. The story goes that this castle was built over a bottomless pit where demonic creatures would crawl out and terrorize the countryside. To contain the evil, they built a chapel directly over the pit, hoping to combat fire with divine fire. To this day, visitors report feeling a palpable sense of unease, especially near the chapel. Some even claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the depths. Fengdu Ghost City, a one-way ticket to the afterlife. Buckle up, because we're heading east to Fengdu Ghost City in China. Now, this place is dedicated to the afterlife, and let me tell you, it takes its job seriously. Imagine a theme park designed by your worst nightmare, and you're getting close. Fengdu is basically a sprawling complex of temples, shrines, and statues all dedicated to the underworld and the judgment that awaits us on the other side. Think of it as a spooky Disneyland, but instead of Mickey Mouse ears, everyone's wearing "I Survived the 10 Courts of Hell" t-shirts. According to Chinese mythology, when you die, your soul takes a little trip to Fengdu, where it's judged based on your deeds in life. If you've been good, you get a free pass to a blissful afterlife. Visitors to Fengdu can walk through mock-ups of the various tortures that await sinners in the afterlife. It's basically a haunted house on steroids, designed to scare you into being a better person. But hey, who am I to judge their methods? Is Fengdu a literal gateway to hell? Debatable. Is it a fascinating and terrifying glimpse into the cultural understanding of death and the afterlife? Absolutely. Mount Hekla, where fire meets fury. Our next stop takes us to the land of fire and ice, Iceland, home to the majestic and terrifying Mount Hekla. Now, Iceland is no stranger to volcanoes, but Hekla holds a special place in Icelandic folklore as a gateway to hell, of course. For centuries, this volatile volcano has been erupting with ferocious power, spewing lava and ash across the Icelandic landscape. I'm talking about the kind of eruptions that make you want to build a bunker in your backyard and stockpile canned goods. Medieval monks wrote about Hekla as a gateway to hell, a place where the souls of the damned were tortured in a fiery abyss. They even claimed to see the souls of the wicked flying out of the volcano, which, honestly, sounds like a pretty bad trip if you ask me. Even today, some locals still whisper about Hekla being a place of evil, a place where the forces of darkness are just waiting for the right moment to break free. And who knows, maybe they're right. After all, with a track record like Hekla's, who are we to argue? The Sea of Trees, Aokigahara Forest. Our final stop takes us to the base of Mount Fuji in Japan, to a place shrouded in mystery and sorrow, Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Sea of Trees. Now, while this forest might look serene at first glance, with its towering trees and moss-covered grounds, Aokigahara holds a dark and unsettling history. This forest is notorious for luring them deeper and deeper into the woods. Is Aokigahara a gateway to hell? It's hard to say. But what is certain is that this forest is a place of immense sadness and spiritual weight. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of reaching out for help when we need it most. 7 gates, endless questions. So, there you have it, 7 alleged gateways to hell scattered across the globe. From fiery craters to haunted forests, these locations are steeped in folklore, mystery, and a whole lot of spooky vibes. Are they truly portals to the underworld? Well, that's for you to decide. But one thing's for sure, these places remind us that there's still a lot about this world we don't understand. They force us to confront the unknown, to question what lies beyond our realm of understanding. And hey, maybe that's what makes them so fascinating, so terrifying, and so damn entertaining. What do you think? Are these places truly gateways to hell? Or are they just products of our collective imagination? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into the strange, the unusual, and the downright creepy. Until next time, sleep tight if you can.
I'm thankful for every like and every view so far.